All right, man. Out of all, I think the negative mindsets that I've adopted in my life so far, this is the one that by far has held me back and I guess halted me from being exactly where I want to be. You know what I'm saying? I think in the elimination of this, if I didn't have this, or if I didn't have this in recent days, I think I'd be in a different place in life right now. Not to say that I'm not grateful for what I have, I certainly am, but yeah, this one, this got to be one of the worst ones. And what that mindset is, as you can tell by the title and the thumbnail of this video, is the tomorrow mindset. This can be summed up to procrastination, but I don't know. I just like to call it the tomorrow mindset because in our language, at least, we say tomorrow, and I'll explain what I mean by that. I had so many experiences, you know what I'm saying, and this has been really true of me, I'd say, in the last, past 2 school years of where I say I'm gonna do X, Y, and Z tomorrow. Then tomorrow comes just for me to say I'm going to do those very things tomorrow too. For example, like when it comes to calling somebody that I know I should call, right? If I feel that that's going to put me at some kind of inconvenience, I'll just be like, hey, I'll call them tomorrow rather than calling them like today when I actually have the chance. Or even when it came time for my class registration, I knew that flexibility was going to be available for me. So I was like, hey, I don't need to do this right now. I'll do it tomorrow. Or even sometimes this past semester when it came down to the gym or doing an assignment that I could have got started earlier on, or just really any way that I could benefit myself, I've often had the mindset of, hey, I'm going to do this tomorrow. And again, when tomorrow comes, I just push it off for tomorrow again. And I think the reason I've done this is because of uncomfortability. You know, oftentimes when we're in situations that are uncomfortable, we don't want to deal with that issue right there, even though we have all the means available to deal with it then and there. And our mind kind of tricks us. It gives us this illusion that when tomorrow comes, the feelings of that thing being hard are gonna go away, and all of a sudden I'm gonna have the will and the power and the strength to do that thing. Whenever I push something off for tomorrow, when tomorrow comes, that thing isn't easier to do and my will isn't stronger to get that thing done. It's the same situation that I was in the day prior. And I think this all comes down to, for myself and anybody else who's had this mindset, I think it all comes down to being comfortable with being uncomfortable. I've had to realize, and you gotta realize, man, that pushing it off tomorrow is not gonna make it easier. In many situations, it might even make that thing harder to do. And if you have all the means available to do the thing right then and there, do it. You know what I'm saying? Tomorrow's not gonna come and then you're all macho and you have the ability to do it. You're going to be in the same situation that you were in the day prior. So either way, you're going to be dealing with uncomfortability, you know what I'm saying? And I say this to myself first. I put this out on the internet so that I can watch this and I can't be a hypocrite anymore. Or at least hopefully in theory, that's how this is going to work. But yeah, man, I think it's just all about being comfortable with being uncomfortable, you know? On the path to becoming who you want to be, man, there's going to be all kinds of uncomfortabilities that you just have to hurdle over, you know what I'm saying? And pushing it off to a certain day, if you have the ability to do it then and there, that's not going to take the discomfort from that thing, you know what I'm saying? I think another reason why I've done this and why a lot of people do this too is because when we think about the task at hand, we're thinking of every single step that's involved in that task. We're thinking of how challenging it's going to be rather than thinking of it as one step at a time. Or even just getting started, man. Like, once you get the ball rolling, man, that thing that you were pushing off for tomorrow, you realize that, like, dang, man, I'm so happy I started this now. A good example of that for me would be, like, emails, you know what I'm saying? Like, this past 2 years, I've been heavily involved in school. So every day I wake up, I got like hella emails in my inbox. And I've had the mentality of, oh, these are so many emails. I don't feel like reading this right now. So we're just going to push this to the to tomorrow, and then we'll deal with it tomorrow. But tomorrow comes and your boy still does not open up his emails. And it's such a simple thing to do, to open up an email, to read it, and to respond. Like, it's not that hard. But I think for myself, the reason why I've done this is because I'm thinking of like the 200 emails I gotta respond to rather than thinking of the one that I need to start off with. And I think what this tomorrow mindset does, it just creates a lack of trust in yourself, you know? I think it's done that for me. Like, I say I'm gonna do something tomorrow because saying it at the present moment feels comfortable. But when tomorrow comes, I know damn well, like in reality, I know damn well I'm not gonna do it. And when I don't do it, it just builds a lack of trust in myself and makes it the case that, you know, if I say I'm going to do something, I know that I'm not going to do it in the back of my head truly. This mindset is so interesting because like I've been insinuating, it's like dual in nature. You know what I'm saying? Like on one end, if you're like me at least, and you've used the tomorrow mindset a lot, or you've adopted the tomorrow mindset, like you say you're gonna do something, right? And like I've said, in the back of your head, like deep down inside, you truly know that when tomorrow comes, you're not gonna do the thing, but you still have this strong feeling that you are gonna do that thing, you know? And I question myself, is that feeling really that I'm gonna do that thing, which I guess it's not, or is it just some kind of illusion of comfort? And I think that's exactly what it is upon reflecting on it. Like I'm just realized, man, coming into this new year, man, like I gotta let go of this, bro. Like if I just do things then and there, if I just push myself even when I don't feel like it, man, that would make a world's difference, you know? So yeah, this is out here on film now, so I can't go back. My conscience, I don't think I'd feel the greatest if I don't adopt letting go of this mindset. So yeah, man, if you got this mindset as well, let's let it go, man. New year, let's start fresh. It's the second day of the month, at least when I'm recording this video. Let's just get it, man.